Okay, in this video we're going to learn how to use the graphing calculator to identify our zeros of a function. So here I have my function f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. I've already typed that into my graphing calculator. So I've hit y equals and typed it in. We're going to go ahead and hit graph to take a look at our graph. In our graph, remember the zeros, this is where the curve crosses the x-axis. So as I'm looking at this, obviously I'm in this one, I'm looking at an area right about there, and I'm also looking at, if I'm tracing here, a point right about there. Now, in order for us to find those, what we're going to do on our calculators, we're going to use the calc function again. So I hit second, and I hit the calc button. There's a number 2 that says 0, so I'm going to go down here and hit 0. Now, I'm going to start with this first point right here. Again, it's going to ask for the left bound, so I'm going to put the cursor to the left of that point, and I'm going to hit enter. It's going to ask for the right bound, so I'm going to again move my cursor to the right of that point and hit enter. So you can see it gives you these 2 arrows at the top. It's going to find the 0 that lies between those 2 x values. You don't have to guess. Again, we're going to hit enter. I hit enter and it gives me a 0 of negative 2.35 and a y value obviously of 0. So there is one of our zeros for this graph. Now we know that there's a second one. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the second function key and hit calc again. I go down and hit the 0 button. Again, it's going to ask me for the left bound. Well, again, all I have to do is move my cursor to the left of that other point. I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to move the cursor to the right of that same point and hit enter. And again, I'm not going to guess. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter again. And in this case, it gives me another 0 value of 0.85, comma 0. So there would be my 2 zeros of this particular function. And again, that's utilizing the graphing calculator. Again, the best way to do this, because sometimes the graph's not going to cross at an even point, so we do need to have a way to be able to find those zeros.